Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary. I originally come from Armenia, but I've been living in Germany for the past 10 years. I have a daughter named Audrey and currently I am pregnant with our second baby girl, which I'm so excited for. And in today's video I wanted to talk about how it is to be pregnant in Germany. Why do I think that Germany is such a great country to start a family? I will give you a general information about the offers you get as a pregnant mom, all your options, and tons of information, who's gonna accompany you during your pregnancy. So I'm guessing this video is going to be a long one, so grab a cup of tea or coffee or your favorite drink and let's jump into this video. So in today's video I want to talk about the moment you get pregnant till the moment you give birth, and I will leave out the postpartum time just because this video will get a lot longer than I planned, and I will make a separate video about the postpartum and talk about your options in there and the offers you get from the state. But this video is going to be completely about pregnancy. So the moment you find out you're pregnant, your first positive pregnancy test, it's time to call your doctor. In Germany, a person who accompanies you is your gynecologist, and then later on your gynecologist and your Hebamme. Hebamme is a midwife. I will talk about Hebamme a little bit later because they come to the picture in your second trimester. So the first phone call you make is to your gynecologist. I don't know if we have like OBGYN, I don't know these terms. I know that we have gynecology and a gynecologist and a Hebamme. So around your 8th, 9th week of pregnancy, you will get your first ultrasound. In Germany, every single person is covered with health insurance. Health insurance is in Germany is mandatory. I talked about health insurance in my previous videos about Germany, so please check out those videos. I won't go through health insurance a lot in this video, but basically when it comes to pregnancy, if you have like gesetzliche Krankenversicherung, which is like a public health insurance that in most of the cases it's gonna cover 100% of everything, like mandatory stuff during your pregnancy. And in some cases, if someone has a private health insurance, that you have to check with your insurance to see what they're covering. Basically, your health insurance, gesetzliche Krankenversicherung or public health insurance, covers all of your doctor's appointment and the prescriptions. And in some companies, like some health insurances, pay extra. For example, mine, in my case, they pay extra 500 euros for my medications that I'm gonna need during the pregnancy. I have to have a prescription for that from my doctors. For example, if I need a prescription for magnesium, from iron, for anything that like hormones or any kind of medication that may come up during this pregnancy that I am going to need, my physician, my health insurance gives me another 500 euro budget on the top of the basic things that they're covering. So during your pregnancy at your gynecologist's office, you're gonna get 3 big ultrasounds in your first trimester, second trimester, and the third trimester, where your gynecologist is going to check everything, like from top to bottom, measurements and stuff. And every single month you're gonna have another appointment where they are going to check just your blood, and you will give urine test, and they will just see if the baby has a heartbeat or not. So your first appointment, when as I told you, is going to be on your 8th and 9th week of pregnancy. When you go there, your doctor makes an ultrasound, you give this basic test, blood, urine, and then if the pregnancy is confirmed and everything is okay, you are getting a Mutterpass. Mutterpass is a kind of a book, I would say, like a notebook, I would say, where all your information goes. All the information that you need is going to be, or you get from your doctor about your health condition, is going to be in this book. This you have to carry with you everywhere, all the time. This is a part like a wallet for me, like mandatory to have it with you in case something happens to you on the street or in any kind of appointment, other appointment than your gynecologist. When you go, you have to carry this with you. This is the basic information about you, your blood group, everything. And then when everything is fine, you're gonna get an appointment every single month to go to your doctor. She will just see your condition, if you're doing fine or you're not. If you're having problems, you can always contact them and tell them if something bothers you. They're gonna be there for you all the time. Most of the doctors here are so nice and kind and helping. Like, I am blessed with my doctor, I can tell you. So after that appointment, or if everything is okay, around I've made points here, like I wrote down a couple of things so I won't forget. Around starting from 11th week to 14th week of your pregnancy is the time to make a genetic test. In Germany, it's not a mandatory. If you're under 35, you are allowed to choose if you want to have this genetic test done or not. But if you are over 35, you have to do this genetic test on the baby, and your insurance is going to cover it. If you're under 35, you are going to pay for it yourself. The insurance is not covering it. Over 35, the insurance is covering that that amount of money. And basically, as I told you, you get to find diagnostic clinic, like a special clinics. Not every gynecologist is doing that. Mine is not doing it. You have to go to a special clinic, and the contact of that doctor is also mentioned in your Mutterpass. When you go to the doctor, she makes his stamp in here. It means it was the diagnosis he gave you. And during that test, they're gonna take some blood, they're gonna run a blood test and make an ultrasound depending. Mine was done a little bit later because I was in the hospital. This time around my 13th week of pregnancy, I was in the hospital, so mine was done in the 16th week, which was okay again. And basically, they are going to tell you if the baby has any genetic problems or not. Of course, this is not 100% clear or exact test. Of course, sometimes there is a suspect that baby may have something and the baby comes out being completely normal, or vice versa. This is a moment also when you can find out the gender of your baby. In Germany, by your normal, if you won't choose this test, like when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I chose not to do that test because I thought she's gonna be okay. You know, I was younger, I didn't have any miscarriages in the history before I got first time pregnant, so I chose not to do that. And by your normal gynecologist, by your normal doctor's office, you won't get to know the gender of your baby before 18th week. This is a law in Germany to protect your baby, because a lot of people choose to have only girls or only boys, and they may go, like in a lot of countries, when they find out it's not their desired gender, they remove the baby. So to protect that baby in normal doctor's offices, the law is not to tell you what kind of what gender you're having, but when you're doing this test, you may choose to know. But I don't think any doctor will help you to remove the baby if the gender is not your desired one. That is for Germany. So after that test, around you get like your second screening by your doctor's office done. Of course, I talked about that as well. And then around from 22 to 24th week is the organ screening, when they're checking all the organs of the baby, and this is also covered from your insurance company. You also go to the fine diagnostic clinic. If your doctor's office has really good equipment, which in most of the cases is not the case, you have to go to fine diagnostic, and they will check on everything and tell you if the baby is completely healthy or not. When everything is fine with you, your second trimester is the time to decide what kind of physical activity you want to do. You have the option of pregnancy swimming, aqua gymnastics, prenatal yoga, or or back gymnastics, and this is all covered from your insurance. Again, if you're private, if you have a private insurance, you have to check it with your private with your company. But if you have this gesetzliche Krankenversicherung, then it's from 80% to 100% is going to be covered from your insurance. In my case, 100% is covered from my insurance. And the best thing is not just that. The best thing is I can take 2 courses. 2 times 10, like each course is covers like 10 classes, or 10 hours, or 10 times. For example, this time I chose yoga, prenatal yoga. I got like a voucher for 10 times, so I can attend 10 times, and that will be covered from my health insurance. And when I'm done with these 10 times, I can choose another 10 times, so it will be like 2 courses during my pregnancy. Or I can just decide to do 1 course of yoga, 1 course of aqua gymnastics, as I want, as I wish, as I feel comfortable with. I can just go to my insurance company. They're all like so concerned that for you being healthy during your pregnancy, and they go through everything that they're offering through your pregnancy. I got a whole bunch of brochures and information what they're covering. They even gave me like a list of medication that they're covering. For example, if I need prenatals, they gave me a list of companies or brands of prenatals that they're covering. If I choose from one of those brands and send them the receipt and the prescription from my doctor, they will refund this money to me. Or if I need like magnesium or iron, they have a list of brands they are working with. If I choose one of those one of those brands, they will refund everything that I purchased, and that is so great. Like I have a bunch of things here written. Also, they give you like a list of extra costs that they're covering. For example, if you are needing dental, if you have like a cavity during the pregnancy, they will help you with that. Or if you have some complications and you need extra ultrasounds, they are going to cover that. Or if you need some extra things from your Hebamme, which is the midwife, up till 250 euros, they're gonna cover you. But like each company is different. You have to check it with your insurance company what else like they're offering. In my case, it is like that. So second trimester is also the time when you have to go and look for a Hebamme. Basically, what is Hebamme? It's a midwife. But there are different kinds of midwives. Like I have midwives who work with my gynecologist office, and they do the CTG, they do the blood test, urine test, and help me around there. My doctor is doing, of course, the ultrasounds, and they're taking the notes. For example, this is one type of Hebamme. There are Hebamme who work in Hebamme practices, and you can choose one of them to accompany you during your whole pregnancy, apart from your gynecologist. So what is she going to do? She can have different things that she's offering. It all depends from your Hebamme. In my case, I chose one from a practice, and she is offering ultrasound CTG. For example, if I need an extra CTG, I can go to her. If I need an acupuncture, I can go to her. If I want to do like labor and delivery class, which I will talk about like in a moment, I can go to her. She does different kinds of courses. She offers a lot of things, and anytime I have a question, I can text her. She will answer that for me. Anytime I need some kind of advice, I can contact her, because the doctors are not always available for you. I can contact her, and she is the person who accompanies me as well now during my pregnancy. You can choose a Hebamme from a clinic you are going to give birth. They offer different things as well. You need to check that out with them. Or they are like birthing clinics who only have Hebamme. They don't have any doctors working there. If you choose to give birth in birthing clinics, you can choose one of those Hebamme. They will accompany you during your labor as well. For example, mine is not gonna accompany me during my labor because she's not working in the hospital I'm going to give birth at, but I have no problem with that. So it's a perfect time to find a hebama and do your research, ask your relatives, and this is also a time to choose how you are going to, how you imagine giving birth, like to make a birth plan. In my case, I choose a normal hospital. I mean, a hospital which has really good doctors, really good equipment, and for me, what's the most important thing is that the clinic should have a children's station, which not every single hospital does. In my city, only 2 hospitals have children's hospital attached to them. So if I choose another clinic and something goes wrong during the labor and my baby needs help, they have to drive the baby into the other hospital, and I will stay in other hospital, which was not an option for me. But a lot of people, if they have a healthy pregnancy, if they are not scared that something may go wrong, they choose like different hospitals than I do. Every single hospital has its own concept. A lot of hospitals are against like C-section, so if your baby is breech or something, you may want to think about where you want to go into labor. You need to get that information as well. Or if everything is fine for you and you want to avoid all this medical stuff and, you know, like doctors, and have like more homey and cozy birth, you may choose a birth clinic, and there you will be accompanied only with hebama. There is no doctor. The problem is if something goes wrong in there, they have to drive you again, they have to call an ambulance, and you will be transported to a hospital. They're not offering any epidural, they're not offering any C-section. It is going to be a natural birth, and with of course a little bit of natural things. You know, like if you need some painkiller or something, they have their natural methods to relieve the pain or help you. Or during the birth, you can choose how you want to have a birth, like if you want to have a birthing top, or positions you want to have, anything. Or in Germany, it's also popular to have a home birth, but in this case, the insurance is not gonna help you. You have to pay. I think you have to have 2 hebama. I have never done that, and I never thought about doing that. I know a friend of mine chose to have a home birth with her second baby, so she had to hire 2 hebama. She paid herself, I think, 600 euros per hebama, which is not really a lot of money, but she chose it like that. And they are coming to your place, they're preparing everything for your birth, but this is not covered from your insurance. Third trimester. In the 3rd trimester, you have to already do all this bureaucratic stuff. For example, to apply for maternity leave or maternity protection thing. I won't go into details in there, but normally, like, especially when it comes to money, because I have no idea how much you get, but there is such thing as maternity mothers and child's protection law, which is which starts 6 weeks before your due date and continues till 8th week after you give birth. Or if you had like a premature baby, then it can go till 12 weeks, and afterwards you can go on a maternity leave, or your partner may go to paternity leave, which you can take like up till 3 years, but I will talk about that later. So these are the things, like bureaucratic things, that you can start applying. And it is also a time to go and sign up in the hospital you choose to give birth. Normally you do it around 35 weeks of pregnancy, but in my case, as I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes, I may start already. I have to go and sign up in my clinic already and let them know what I have, so they can get ready for me already. It is also time, this is the weirdest part for me, but it is also time for you to choose a Kinderbetreuung, it is called in Germany, but basically it's a nursery place or a daycare place for your unborn baby already, because in Germany it's all so packed up and it's so full that a lot of people, they go and get signed up in a nursery when they are already pregnant. Even though they have another year, they can go till 3 years, they can stay at home. But if you want to return to your work after a year after you gave birth, then it is time already to sign up your unborn baby to a nursery and see where you're getting a place. What else? And it is time already, for example, for your Geburtsvorbereitung course, which is labor and delivery course, which is offered from your Hebamme. This time around I'm not doing it because I did the first time and I think my Hebamme covered it so good. I'm totally ready, and this is also paid from your insurance. You don't have to pay anything. And now as you're getting bigger, you may you may get like swollen legs and stuff like that. You may talk to your Hebamme and start like acupuncture or things that may help you during this to get through this third trimester. The Hebamme is you're gonna see your Hebamme a lot more, and your Hebamme will also offer you now CTGs, together with your gynecologist that you're going anyway. I think I talked about almost everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Maybe I left out something, maybe something was not clear for you. Please let me know in the comment sections if you have something to correct me in or add something to. But I think basically I talked about everything. Now I have to sign up in the hospital. I have to pack my bag, hospital bag of course, and the diaper bag. I have to now go shopping and do, like, of course I did already everything, like I am already well prepared for the baby. Actually your Hebamme can tell you what you're gonna need and what you're not gonna need, and I think I am ready to go into labor already. So as you saw, you get a lot of help from your health insurance, especially if you have like a gesetzliche health insurance. If you get like complications like I do with diabetes and stuff, you don't have to pay anything. Your insurance is gonna pay that as well. You just need a prescription from your doctor. She will send you to the specialist or any kind of complications you have. So there are a lot of options for you. You're not gonna be like, you are covered from all the sides. That is why I love this country so much. I feel safe, I feel secure, I feel heard, I feel that my needs are met, and I feel that I am really so good protected, and every single woman here feels the same. And it even gets better after you give birth. But about that I will talk in another video, so stay tuned for that. So guys, this was it for today. I hope you understood everything. If you happen to have any questions, corrections, or something to add, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you happen to like this video, give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye!